we decided that it looked like it would be fun to blow smoke out of your mouth. See? So we go down to the little grocery store where they knew us, and the people that owned it, they knew that the old man smoked Chesterfield sometimes, along with his Bull Durham that you roll up, which I got in my eye one time, but that's neither here nor there. So Mike was in, and he has the money there. I supplied the money for this.
Where'd you get the money?
I supplied the money for this because I had a little purse, and I never liked to eat candy for some reason, or ice cream, all that bad stuff. So whenever Mike or Dan wanted to go down to Mary's Candy Cottage, they would hit me up for the money. They'd come out, I'd be sitting on the step enjoying the sun, and they'd say, "El, could we have a nickel?" And I'd say, "Yeah, I'll go into my purse and get it." So they would tell my mother that Elsie said we could have a nickel. All right, go get it. They would run down there, and what was that? That was the smoking. Yeah, I got sidetracked there. So Mike goes in and he says to the man, he said, "My father wants a pack of Chesterfields." So gives it to him. He gives him his nickel or dime.
How much? So how much were cigarettes then, a pack?
I think they're about 10 cents a pack. So it cost me 30 cents, and 30 cents, right. One of them was for me. Dan goes in, he said, "My father wants a pack of Chesterfields." So the guy, he didn't get suspicious, you know, kind of funny. And then the third one goes in, "My father wants the same story we give him." We weren't very original. "My father wants a pack of Chesterfields." I give him my dime. So we go up, halfway up the hill, and there was a house, and there was a lot next door with a fence, and we sit by the fence so nobody will see us going down that hill. The hill was so steep that
So this was on what street?
This was on Elizabeth Street. We light it. Mike had the matches, so he did the lighting for us. Take one puff and we'd throw it down, and then we'd take a fresh one. We'd do that, take one puff and smash that out, and take another fresh one. See, we're going to smoke that whole pack. I think we got sick after that. Went home. So nothing. I don't know if there are any repercussions from that. We were out of it anyway.
So how old were you?
About 5 years old, I would say. Yeah.
Oh,
so,
and the others? How old were the others?
Well, Dan's a year younger than me, and Mike's about a year and a half older than me. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, something around there.
So smoking and drinking kind of go together.
Well, yeah.
And there was probably some drinking that happened, right?
Oh, there certainly was. We decided that my mother and the old man, he's working up at the Hoffman 24 engine, so he's not going to walk in on us. He was quite a boozer himself there, and he always had a jug of wine under the sink. So we had these nice steps and it faces the sun, and it was nice and warm out there. We sit down, get all ready. Mike goes in, brings out the jug of wine, and we pass the wine back and forth till we emptied the bottle.
How old were you?
About the same age. And when my mother gets home, the neighbor comes banging on the door. She says, "You got to do something about those children of yours. They were drunk and falling all over the street."
So let me get this right. You were 5, 6 years old, and you were home by yourself?
Yes.
Your older brother and sister weren't there?
Well, they were in school where they belonged.
Oh my, so here's 3 preschoolers.
Yeah, that can get ourselves into fun.
They're going to smoke, drink, and set fires.
Yes.
And where was Violet?
Well, yeah, what was happening? Where was
She
Violet?
was down at Weinstein's, I guess, at the Crystal Palace Market,
Doing what?
doing her shopping, looking for bargains, and that's about the only time she ever went out. She'd go down there and she would come back with her bargains, and sometimes she'd stop at the bakery and they had day-old cakes and donuts and stuff. One day old is pretty fresh, you know. She'd come home sometimes with a cake. Mike liked burnt almond cake. He really liked that. And one time he ate the whole damn cake. He could eat a whole dozen donuts by himself.
I've heard that story.
That's how come he got so big. See that, and sniffing the glue for making the airplanes. He had a pretty good life.